What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Eat, Sleep, Drive. I wanted to do a video about the van. You guys probably haven't seen this in a while on the channel. You may recall I bought this thing last year, took it on a couple adventures, and I think it's actually time to move on from the van. I'm moving and not really gonna have any place to store it, so I'm considering selling it. So I figured I would do a video to just kind of give you guys a tour around this thing. And if you're interested at the end, you can hit me up on Instagram or something, and we could talk from there about price and stuff like that. But I want to show you guys some things that I've learned recently about it. It's been just in storage for the winter. I haven't really got to use it much. But my buddy bought one of these, I don't even know what the brand is, PowerMate PM 2200 generators. And I was thinking about buying a Honda generator, but they're like, the same equivalent 2200 is like 1,200 bucks. And this thing he got off of eBay for like 350 bucks or something like that. So we wanted to test it and put it to use and see if it would power the AC on this thing. And the good news is that it does. We had the AC running, and then we also had the fridge running. Those are the two things that have to be hooked up to a generator to work on the van. Everything else, there's a marine grade battery in the back for all the lights and thermostat and stuff like that, and the water pump and everything. And then of course there's a battery up front for the regular van portion that drives the motor, is connected to the motor, I should say. But this thing works like a charm, and I mean, don't know like what the longevity of this thing is, but it worked perfectly for our needs, and I'm a big fan of that thing, so I would recommend one of those. While we're over here, just to give you guys a quick tour, this thing actually has a hot water heater, which is this right here. You have to light the pilot light and everything, but it does have hot water. I'll show you guys inside in a minute the shower and the sink. So I think that's amazing that it has hot water. Right here you have the hookup for shore power or the generator, and this goes to once again the AC in the fridge. Then right here you have the fresh water tank. This is where you drop the or fill up the tank with fresh water, stick your hose in there. And right here is the exhaust for the propane heater. The propane heater heats this thing up real nice. I had this thing in a pretty cold setting. I think it was like 32 degrees outside, and it works like a charm. And I'll show you guys that inside. Let's continue walking around. As far as the mechanicals and stuff, I'll put more details in the description, but the previous owner of this thing spent a lot of time and money refreshing a lot of the auxiliary stuff around the engine, replacing hoses and stuff like that. And then obviously it has, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but you can probably see it has basically new tires. These are some off-road tires that were put on like less than a year, I think a year or maybe two ago. Engine runs great. I would say the only mechanical issue with the car is that, or the van, is that it leaks a little bit of oil because it's an old 1979 van. But it does have a rope style rear main seal, and those are just known to leak. So just top it up every now and then, and I keep something under so it doesn't leak. Here's there's the regular car battery, and then there's a marine grade battery I'll show you guys inside. Not too much to show up front here. It does have a pretty awesome sound system, and that has all been upgraded in this thing. Obviously the CD player slash Bluetooth head unit works really good, and in the back we'll show you guys in the back, there's a subwoofer and upgraded speakers. So actually the stereo is really good on this thing. Let's see, nothing much on this side other than I love this port window. This thing is sweet. You got a full-size spare on the back with the same brand tire that's actually on those, which is pretty sweet. Let me bring you inside here. Here's there's a little latch here. Here's the facilities. You can take a shower while you're on the throne. And to my left, your right, is the sink. There's a water pump that obviously pumps all the water, but once again, there is hot water. Here's the fridge. Have to be connected to the shore power or generator for that to work. Little propane stove, which runs off the same propane tank that the heater does. It's a pretty big tank. I don't know exactly the size. And then all these drawers for storage and stuff. One of the cool things that I have for this thing that the previous owner gave me is like all kinds of service records and original manuals and stuff, which I mean, like that never survives. How old is this thing? Like 40 years old, 50 years old. Well, I guess 40 years old, but I'm just surprised it has all the original equipment and stuff. A little more storage in here. And then let me show you guys, this is really what makes this thing just awesome. All the carpet, it is insulated actually pretty well. This is an aluminum shell exterior, and all the original cloth and stuff is in really good condition in here. This right here folds out. There's actually these little, I don't know what you call them, brackets maybe, that come out and go across the aisle here, and then this becomes a bed, and then this is like a sleeper sofa, so this comes out and also becomes a bed as well, so you could sleep a couple people in here. And then these seats are not bolted down, so don't get in an accident. That would be really bad. And here's some of the speakers right here that have been upgraded. I don't even know what brand that is, like Rockford Fosgate or something. And then the last thing really is the subwoofer right here. If you get a quick look at this thing, it bumps pretty good. What is that, a 15 maybe? 12? I don't know. But yeah, this thing is like the ultimate. Oh, and here's the heater. So I have had people sleep on the floor before, which is totally fine, except you don't want to put your head here because you will get like burnt basically. But yeah, this thing is pretty awesome, man. So if you guys are interested, let me know. It's the ultimate, like, for the most part, go anywhere vehicle. It's perfect for camping, off-roading, and I used it for tailgating as well. It's perfect for tailgating with the sound system and the fridge, obviously for all your beer and whatnot. But if you guys are interested in this thing, hit me up. Like I said, this is a pretty weird and unique vehicle. You won't really find too many of these, and every place I go, people love to talk about it. So people really just dig it. So once again, you guys know how to hit me up, Eat Sleep Drive TV on Instagram, and we'll go from there. But appreciate you guys watching. See you next week.